Hello again. I'm Chris Kirby from the Bridgefield Group with my business partner and longtime colleague Dominica McGinnis, the CEO of this company. And we've spent a lot of time working on diversity, and right now, as much as any other time in our professional lives, is an important time we feel like to speak about it. And one of those huge burning issues, to me anyway, is, as what I'd like to consider anyway, as a woke white man. How am I best able to come alongside, to be additive to the conversation, to be positive, to be
a great ally?
Thank you. To be a great ally, especially to my African American friends and colleagues and clients and coworkers. How to be the ally, and I guess that's you and I've spoken about it. But what would you say to people listening to this?
I think that it's a great question. I think it's one you need to pose to your friends who are diverse. How do I be an ally right now? What do you need from me right now? Mm-hmm. I think you ask the question. Don't make the assumption. I think you offer to be the listening ear and to say, you and I don't always agree, and Chris and I do not always agree. You and I do not always agree. But I want you to know I care, and I'm thinking about you, and I can't understand how this feels. I'd love to hear, and I feel like I need to hear it from you.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times in issues relating to diversity, I can apprehend, but I'll never comprehend what it's about. I'll never comprehend what it's like to be an African American woman or an African American male in American society, business or personal lives. And yet at the same time, I need to try my best to apprehend it. One thing I will also say, though, is that you and we, Anglo men and Anglo women, are going to be involved in conversations where the Dominicas of your lives are not going to be. They're not going to be in the room because the conversation's not going to start. And that's the time when, at the very least, you can make certain that the million red herrings don't end up being brought up that have absolutely nothing to do with the issues surrounding the protests around George Floyd's murder or around the Michael Ramos murder in Austin, Texas, or any of the others that we could name. We need to help people to understand that while all of those other things, whatever they may be, need to be addressed, right now, what we're talking about is an issue that is involving a black man being dragged out of his car and killed by the police. And no matter how you slice it or how you look at it, passing a $20 counterfeit bill has never been a capital offense in this country, and it's not one now. And so why don't we talk about that and see if we can have a conversation around just that issue instead of everything else that so often gets brought in, especially when the listener is being called out, for lack of a better term, about their own biases, whether they're conscious or unconscious, helping them to grow in love and in relationship.